Hello everybody, I hope you're having a comfy, a cozy, and a smart Saturday afternoon. First things first, the lovely happy Catherine wife is here yet again.
Hello, hello, hello.
So, I was, I tend to forget this sometimes, but, let me go ahead and do split screen right off the bat. There we go. I tend to forget this.
You weren't letting people watch me play.
Now there's
such quality gameplay.
Now we have two people wandering aimlessly. I often forget this these days, but we own a Roomba.
Okay, so a little bit of sorry. Dave doesn't always tell me what story he's gonna open the stream with. I think I figured it out.
I like surprising you on stream. Yeah, we got a Roomba some years ago. I think it was a wedding present that we requested and received, and enjoyed. Although we use it less now that we have cats, because of course the cats are terrified of anything that looks or sounds or behaves like a vacuum cleaner. So it tends not to get used very much, except at 3 in the morning, 3:30.
4:30.
4:30 when Shug decides to just horse around in the living room on her own and just accidentally activates the Roomba all on her lonesome.
She was not happy about it. Both cats are pretty unhappy, if I'm being honest.
I'm willing to posit that the entire household was quite off-put by that. I don't think any of us were pro 4:30 Roomba wake-ups.
For the record, I was already as awake as I usually am at 4:30. I was sort of, Shug had been lying on my legs and had started to kind of attack me in a, hey, let's wake up and have fun kind of way. I was not woken from a dead sleep by the Roomba like I imagine you were. I had been sort of hoping that I could get a couple more minutes of, how do I not have an auto feeder yet? What? Or an auto petter yet? Nope, third try, auto grabber. It only took me 3 tries. Hey everybody, I just tried to milk a chicken.
I mean,
Oop, I tried to milk a duck.
Again, that should theoretically
work. So yes, imagine me at 4:30 in the morning in the dark, chasing, without my glasses on, chasing the Roomba around the dining room. So that was a fun way to start. I tend to wake up at 4:30 every morning, give the cats some kib, and kick them out of our bedroom so I can sleep for another hour and a half or so. So that was not all that unusual for me, but it was a little bit less gentle of a wake up than I'm used to.
Usually I'm able to sleep through the 4:30 wake-ups and feeds, but not this time.
Not this time? I wonder why.
How
strange.
I was perturbed into consciousness.
It was very slightly more in-depth than usual. I will say, we stopped running the Roomba partially because... Oh no. Oh, I accidentally hit our cat with a hammer.
No!
I'm so sorry.
Ooh, Callow, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
Woo! Are you here for... I hope you weren't particularly like, ooh, they beat up on their virtual cats. This seems like a channel I want to be a part of.
Finally, a channel where they hammer virtual cats.
Oh, man. I feel like I was saying something fun and or interesting, or at least had the capacity to become fun or interesting before I accidentally hammered a cat.
That's just Stardew things.
That's how streaming, that's how one streams.
Yep.
Well, okay, so sometimes Dave asks me before we sit down what my goal is for a Stardew day. And my goal is to finish our pride flag and our trans rights flags made out of the signs that you can put your new updated color jam on. So in case anybody was wondering,
the jammy flags.
That's what we're doing. Your cat does wake you up every morning. Oh yeah.
Yep. Nature's alarm clock.
Hello, I don't know if you are new here. Maybe you've just been lurking, which is totally fine. We have 2 cats, Maple and Sugar, I suppose I should explain. If you hang out to one of our breaks, you'll get to see pictures of them on our break screens. They wake us up twice every morning. They wake us up at 4:30 or so. God, stop doing that. They wake us up at 4:30 or so. I give them some kib as a bribe, and I kick them out of the bedroom. And then I wake up again at 6 when they've started this new thing where they wrestle each other right outside the door. I think because they know we don't like it when they wrestle too rough. I really think they've started to absolutely just figure out how to manipulate us.
They're becoming aware.
They truly are.
It only took a year.
Yeah. Okay, so I need blue and white for the trans rights flag. I need all the colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, which probably means I shouldn't have thrown away what I just... Oh yeah, and I don't really have a whole lot of hope for the indigo. We'll see how we do with what distinction we make between blue and indigo. So, aw, that's awesome.
Yay!
We're so glad that you were able to catch us live. We are as unhinged and undirected as we are live as we are on VODs. In case you thought we were, I don't know, somehow putting on an act or something.
In case you thought I was editing out all of our moments of competence, I most certainly was not.
Yeah. Evil Dave is tricky.
Yeah, my
He just shows up sometimes.
He's the one who put this refrigerator in my pants. I need to dispose of pine cones.
Hey, do you want to have a tuna? Oh, I did the thing anyway. Want to have a tuna fishing quest? I know how you like fishing quests.
I have heard of fishing.
Yep. Do I have any bait on this fishing pole at the moment?
I
do not.
The last time that we strammed together, I was talking about how to get prismatic shards, and I was slightly mistaken. They are available. They can be found in the regular mines, floors 100 and below. I think I was under the impression skeletons can drop them, which I don't think is the case, or at least not a very likely case anyway. What happens is floors 100 below is you have a chance of finding, what are they called? Like mysterious nodes or something like that?
Like the purple... No, I had this problem last time. Shoutouts to Kai, who's not watching the stream today, who tried to do the Mr. Keys quest where they needed 4 prismatic shards and they spent like 27 in-game days in a row and still couldn't come up with the 4th one. I think they were trying to explain to me what those mystery nodes were, and I'm not positive I still know what we're talking about. Are we talking about the purple ones that just always have a gemstone? Or something fancier than that?
Yeah, just a little stone.
The one that's never a rock, it's always a gem. If
something
it
like
comes
that.
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's purple and has little blue swirls on it.
Oh, no. You're talking... That's right. I always just assumed... I always interpreted those as just straight up iridium ores. But interestingly, I think it might be something else. Okay, so part of the problem... Go ahead. I'm going to talk about... I was going to change the subject. You talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, well, TLDR, I'm going to be farming the floors 100 and below for some of them prismatic shards, what can be found.
Yay.
That's my goal for the day. You are now at liberty to speak.
Okay. I think it might actually be kind of difficult to find straight up green jelly. I think the only thing that makes actual green jelly are cactus fruits. Ooh, I can go to the desert. Yes, I'm going to go to it's too late now. Tomorrow, I'm going to go to the desert.
Hooray.
Because everything else that's green in the game comes up as a pickle. Like, if you put kale or a green bean or, the iridium in them. Both times that they've talked to me about, like, the swirly gems for some reason, or the swirly rocks, I think of just the purple, like, guaranteed gemstones. If anybody had said, like, the iridium, I guess the iridium ones are the spiky ones. Never mind. I really am competent at Stardew. I just don't show it when I'm talking for the internet, I guess, at the same time.
It's nerves, stage fright, and the whatnot. It's like you've been watching Great British Bake Off recently, and one of my very potent memories.
Dave's favorite Bake Off contestant ever.
Well, just the one I most vividly remember anyway.
Yeah.
Is a baker who accidentally, episode 1 of whatever season, he had stage fright, and he performed poorly and put salt in all of his stuff instead of sugar, and so on and so forth. Some badnesses.
Yeah.
And yeah, just it's funny how your abilities change once you put yourself on a stage, be it virtual or otherwise.
Okay. So I've made some executive decisions. Maybe it doesn't all have to be perfectly matching jam. Maybe some of it can be other stuff that's different colors. Because the caviar is a different color purple, so I'm going with that for indigo. And then I've got yellow as the happy pride signs in the way. I put some truffle oil as yellow. I put some spice berries in to make orange. Blue, I'm sure I've got blueberry somewhere. And then I'm going to wait until I'm going to go to the desert and get a cactus fruit and turn that into green. And then I've got powder melon going for the white for the middle of the trans rights flag, and then some blueberry, or I think I put crystal fruit for blue. So hooray!
Yay!
We're doing the thing.
I have a secret note that demonstrates someone placed an X next to the waterfall in town.
Which waterfall?
The one in town.
Oh, I see. You mean you're using town quite literally. Okay.
Yep. And also, somehow, Abigail left a page of her diary here on floor 105, saying, things I love, the smell of carved pumpkin, keeping an amethyst under my pillow. Weird.
Hey, listen, some of us do weird things. Some of us really like amethyst.
I don't know any such person.
Uh-huh.
Anyhow, let me exit out of that. What is an amethyst?
It's purple and it's good.
A resplendent little pile of purple.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get... Sorry that I didn't pick up on that. Hey, it's midnight. You gonna come home?
I found a warp totem.
Ooh, for where?
Yes, the farm. Hooray.
Hooray!
I suppose I didn't verify. I didn't double check that first, but turns out it was all right.
You just wake up in the mountains and you're like, ah, crap.
Well, it's a different problem.
I guess I'm here now.
Of the two possible problems, it's the preferable one.
Yep.
And move over. Yeah.
You just sleep right on top of me. It's fine. Speaking of goals, we are also basically stuck here until... Well, not stuck here. I mean, we'll keep playing. But our next goal is to... We're still out of split screen, by the way.
I think I just updated that.
Woo! We didn't want to show people us sleeping in the same bed, apparently.
I guess in Stardew reality, we are living in sin.
Yep, we're not yet married in Stardew.
Oh, no.
Not like we didn't live in sin for several years in real life, pre-wedding.
We were together for about 7 years before we got married, and about 3.5 of those years we lived together first, so...
Yep. You know what? This is the way things are. I
mean, living together first is pretty much probably the best way to figure out whether or not a marriage is going to work. I don't understand why people would get married before living together.
Surely weird to, if that's how you want to roll, but to judge other people for doing it, like, we're practicing, we're checking things out.
Yeah.
We're getting ahead of things.
I found some squid ink.
Ooh, that's fun.
Is it? I don't know what it does. Is it a 1.6 thing?
I just tried to milk a goat with a pan instead of a milking thing.
I mean, it's a vessel.
I already forget what you said, but no, it's not a 1.6 thing.
Squid ink.
It's used in some recipes. There's like a squid ink ravioli or something.
Where did
Hello
you
recommends
go?
both getting married to other villagers and having all 4 people in if you insist. Which villager would you marry?
Oh,
I know which villager you want to marry.
I'm looking at our Ooh, yes, butts. I would marry butts. Or pants.
Villagers are different from animals? From farm animals?
They are residents of this town.
Try again.
They pay taxes.
Weirdo.
They do pay taxes, right?
I don't think our farm animals pay taxes.
I was under the impression that they were paying taxes for us.
You want to marry Krobus?
Well, I mean, now that I know that marrying Krobus doesn't give you access to his inventory, I am
don't care
indifferent.
Got it. So I got a mini jukebox from Gus in my, I'm just gonna wait here for Pam, I guess, in my other save, and I tried to turn this bop on my jukebox. I'm wondering if it doesn't have it. I swear I didn't get like the excellent sort of muted trumpet bop from any of the summer tunes that they were in there.
I wonder if...
I guess it's a mini jukebox. I suppose maybe not every song on the soundtrack is in the jukebox, come to think. There's a lot of songs, though. Sorry, I interrupted you. What were you going to suggest?
I wonder if it only plays music that the game has automatically played for you since picking it up.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean since picking it up?
Since picking up the jukebox.
No.
Okay.
There were just way too many tunes in there.
Oh, all right.
There were like, yes. If that is what you meant, then no. There were simply too many songs in there for it. They were like songs from the mine. And I basically took it off Gus from my front step and then started listening to it.
Okay, I have many food items in the studio apartment in my pants here. And I am ready to go to the mines.
We have fun.
Yay.
What kind of sword do I have in this game? Probably not level 7.
I've got a level 9 dark sword.
Ooh, I do have an enchantment on this sword. I don't really know how I managed that.
Largely the overwhelming majority of reasons that I'm doing this dungeon dive here is because we need some prismatic shards for some galaxy swords.
Yes.
We need some better swords.
We need some better swords. Yeah, let's just
real bad.
Jump right to the front of the line here.
And it seems like this is the easiest way to get them.
I like that all of a sudden Dave's doing something really smart and purposely looking for supplies, and I am straight up just hunting for cactus fruit so that I can make my fun pride flag. Like, yeah, definitely taking the game seriously.
Well, you know, it's the man thing to do. Go to the mines and labor and toil for...
That's true. That is a very man thing to do.
Yeah, you know, roles, gender roles.
Yep.
Stereotypes and such.
Go bring home some bug meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you took the bus and went on vacation to the desert, to the beach.
I am feeling off a big flying dragon that I am not at all equipped to fight. Bye. Killed one. It took half my health. I am outsies.
Yep. Audi 5000.
I am Dunzo here. Thank you. Oh, yes. Not before I pan for more gold. Give me it. Thank you.
I cannot die to a slime. That's too embarrassing.
I've died to slimes. It's fine.
But I'm the man.
Yeah.
Gender stereotypes and whatnot.
Yep.
Must conform to societal expectations.
I think Pam's ever like, God, why did she even make me go back there? Just to leave, like, immediately?
Just wanted a cactus.
I did. I wanted a cactus fruit. Alright. Green jelly. Not achieved, but set up, so. Oh, at one point I was trying to say, and then we got distracted.
Us distracted.
Us distracted? We have finished most of the community center. Taking us kind of a long time to get there. We are at this point waiting for our quality fall crops. Pumpkin or, well, I guess. Oh. We could be doing quality corn and quality melons and get out before fall. Did I plant any corn? Let's go plant some corn. Let's go plant some.
I like corn.
I know how you like it.
I like the word corn anyway.
I do. if I were really good at Stardew Valley, I would be able to tell from the plants that are planted if any of them were corn before they grew up. But I'm not like a genius. I'm not like an encyclopedia of Stardew.
You're not like a farmer or anything.
Certainly not an almanac.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yes.
Get it? Farmer's almanac.
I am indeed picking up that which you are putting down.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go take my corn and plant it somewhere. Hopefully I have some sprinklers.
Hooray!
Or some stuff. First, make some sprinklers.
Mushrooms are bad, right?
Which kind?
This one's red.
Red mushrooms will kill you, yeah.
Okay.
You can sell them. Speedrunners use red mushrooms to pass out more quickly than having to energize themselves down.
Warp totems? Who needs that?
I can't imagine that. I think it's hilarious what Concerned Ape must have. Like, there's no way he envisioned, like, oh, people will purposely murder themselves.
In the name of speed.
Yep.
Alright, this looks like some prime bomb opportunity. Run!
Oh, God. You blow yourself up.
Fortunately, no.
Good job.
I lived despite me. Despite myself.
Despite being you.
And I found a wild bat and managed to transmogrify it into a staircase down
I
on
don't.
our floor.
Oh, I guess you did do that. You've been playing too much Castlevania.
Dark metamorphosis.
Oh yeah, Concerned Ape is I think one of the certainly in the Stardew speedrunning community they love him, but in terms of just like devs who support, I think actually I remember reading that 1.6 was sort of in his mind originally intended as just like a quality of life update for. I don't want speed grow, I want quality grow. Do I not have any of that? I make that? And I buy that. That it had originally started as like a way to make it better for speedrunners. Like he has such respect for what speedrunners do that he was gonna make the game, gonna update parts of the game to be better for them. And then it turned into this fairly massive update. Like a whole ton of new gameplay.
Well, speedrunners have a wide variety of esoteric wants and desires. Oh no, my inventory is full. What can I discard in exchange for 2 rubies? I think a single slime will do. Is that a fair trade?
Getting rid of slime for rubies?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
1 single slime in exchange for 2 rubies?
Yeah.
That might be a wise transaction.
Hey, in case anybody didn't know how good of a Stardew player I was, I just planted new corn with new sprinklers because I forgot we had some down here. But we definitely have sprinklers down here. Some of this is probably also corn, but whatever. You know, I know what you mean by the clay farming tech, but because I don't speedrun the game and also play on controller, I have never actually done the clay farming, so I don't know for sure if it got rid of it, but I don't know. Dave and I were talking before about how I love speedrunning and like I'm always stoked for GDQ. Ooh, blue. I'm gonna put this on here.
Yay, blue.
Blue. Gold.
Blue's a color.
Sign. Sometimes I find speedrunning a little bit difficult in that like you're barely playing the same game anymore. Or just like it's sad when you sort of don't. The spirit of the game is lost in pursuit of the speedrunning. Like sleeping through, days and days. I got bored. I'm going to bed. Sleeping through days and days of Stardew Valley at once. Ironic timing, I know.
Ooh, I don't want to die. There we go. Hooray, I didn't die. Let's have some celebratory cheese.
Important note.
Celebrate the not dying by eating some cheese.
And continue the not dying.
Somebody borrowed a necklace from Mom, but lost it somewhere near the bathhouse.
Oh. Man, there are so many quests I've never finished.
I mean, if they want these problems solved, leaving notes down on floor 109 of the mines is not exactly...
They're like, okay, Mom, I'll get somebody to find your necklace for you.
Yeah.
You can't say I didn't ask someone to find your necklace for you.
I will just embed this tiny little handwritten note inside a rock miles beneath the surface of the earth. Surely someone someday will.
This is a big mining town. Somebody will find it.
Yeah.
Those two random farmers sometimes come down here.
Okay. And... hooray, I didn't die.
Good job.
I was gonna die, and then I didn't. What a twist of fate.
It's important that you didn't die, because I'm sitting here in bed with a sleeping cat, you know, also working very hard.
Verisimilitude and whatnot.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes with us.
I'm definitely not the one that hogs all the bed cat time.
Nope. Or bedtime.
Yeah.
Hey, twice today, Maple was sleeping with me on the couch, and I got up to be a human, and he was unhappy about it.
No human, only pillow.
Yep. Or couch companion. He's a very needy buddy.
Needy and wanty.
He likes his people. I don't know what to tell you.
I might be willing to pass out down here tonight. I don't know.
Don't lose your mini fridge.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I don't want to lose that. But if there's a... where's the... okay, there's nothing over here.
You could just take stuff out of your pockets that you don't want to lose.
Ooh, floor 110. That takes time.
Yes, because we're going for our personal best here.
Yep. I'm speed running.
No frames to spare.
Yep. You didn't know that? This has been a speed run on my screen this whole time.
No. God, I'd be really terrified to see the timer.
One of those thoughts that just does not need to be contemplated.
What do you think our splits are? How are our splits on this?
Level 10 fishing.
Yes, good call. That certainly got done right away.
And then that's all I can think of. I achieved that, and that was time for me.
Oh, it was fishing percent is the run Dave was playing.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Happy Summer Friday the 5th, everybody. Is that a thing?
No.
Okay. Can it be a thing?
It can be whatever you want.
Hooray. And we have our two cats here, Schmaple and Schmaple.
Aw.
We didn't realize at the start of this playthrough that you can have multiple cats as of the 1.6 update. But,
we named our one cat an amalgamation of our two real cats, and then we named our second cat an amalgamation of our two cats.
Yep.
Worked out for everybody.
Let's see, I have 2 wood in my pocket. I think I can dispose of that. That's not particularly useful.
Lol.
The Neolithic table, on the other hand, I need that. That's
in your pocket at all times.
Yep.
Yeah.
What can be sold here? What do I can sell topaz? Yeah, you don't need topaz.
Does it say Gunther needs it?
Nope.
Then you can sell it.
And rubies as well, right?
Rubies are eventually good for the desert, but we can do that eventually. Do we have any? Here, let me check. Hang on. Yeah, we have some in the bin, so go ahead and sell the ones you have.
How about emeralds?
We're good on emeralds.
Okay. Inventory check.
I almost just accidentally drank some void mayonnaise.
All right.
Nope.
Oh, is that bad?
That kills you too.
Oh. It's far too early in the morning to kill yourself. Please
Okay.
don't. That's
only because you asked me not to.
that's a mid-afternoon activity right there.
Got it. All right.
I also have some. Oh, those are mixed flower seeds. Never mind. I thought they were deluxe mixed seeds, but apparently those just aren't a thing.
You just made that up.
Apparently.
I thought you thought it was going to be deluxe bait.
Oh no, I know what that looks like.
Look.
I have that seared on the inside of my eyelids.
We did it. Trans rights, friends.
Oh, yay. Let me join the... I'll tell you what, here's There you go. Your
Yay.
screen. Wahoo!
I feel bad I don't have the rainbow finished yet, but...
Well.
Right. I'll stand here and you can see the sign. Yay!
Yay! Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Transwords.
Woohoo! Okay. Back to farming with lots and lots of dedication and planning.
Well, we still need orange and green.
Yes, they're in the cooker.
They're fermenting.
Yes.
The colors are fermenting.
They are indeed. In the pot. Getting going.
Alright, I need to organize my inventory here. I got lots of foodstuffs, which is nice. Oh, I have some magma geodes. I'm carrying around this grape for no reason. I should do something with that.
Let's see. Do we dehydrator? Not a fish dehydrator. Oh. What? One of the chests near the workbench is in. Is it a cow using it? Oh, you know what? Our animals are relying on what's in the trough, and that's gonna run out at some point. Oh, stupid inventory. What? It's not fun, man.
Ooh, you have pepper poppers in this box.
Mm-hmm.
I want those.
I bet you do.
Like
Okay.
IRL.
I made a fence post for no reason. So I'm gonna go and see if I can make some grass.
It's been a long time since I had some good jalapeno poppers.
Yes, fiber seed.
Fried pickles, too. I miss fried pickles.
There's a cute little sports bar. Wow. Good work, brain. That took 15 minutes to make sure you said bar and not bra. It's a big sports bar in town. There's a cute little sports bar in town that I want us to check out at some point. I like supporting local business as much as is feasible.
Mm-hmm.
And they have jalapeno poppers and fried pickles.
The real question is, are the jalapeno poppers full of cream cheese or cheddar cheese?
I remember that you like one much more and people hardly ever have it. And I am terrible at remembering which of those is which.
Cheddar.
You like the cheddar?
Mm-hmm.
Not the cream cheese? Or not as much?
I'll tolerate the cream cheese, but cheddar jalapeno poppers is where it's at.
Do not know off the top of my head, but we can go check it out. We hopefully will have friends, and maybe those friends are listening.
We have friends?
Friends?
But I thought that's why we stream, because we don't have friends.
But we usually have some friends visit us for 4th of July-ish, usually coinciding with at least a couple of days of GDQ. And I'm hoping we can head up, check out that sports bar.
Sports underwear.
Then as well.
The sports undergarment.
I'm so good at talking and then talking to the internet at the same time.
For 4 hours.
Trying to do two things at once is too many things for me. Too many things for me.
It turns out vamping for 4 unbroken hours is kind of a challenge.
Surprisingly, yes. I'm glad we take breaks. Back many moons ago when we stram Hollow Knight for like 9 hours running during some of the worst days of the pandemic, I was just broken at the end of those days. And I think it was because we didn't take breaks a lot.
Ooh, I found an amethyst node. For some reason, those two words together seem very unique and implausible. But I'm sure that's a real thing. Those are words that I've never spoken before, apparently.
I stole a bunch of your mixed seeds to make fiber.
I
know.
I hope you retained their mixedness and didn't sort them.
I turned them into other thing. I turned them into seeds.
I'm skeptical.
No.
I'm gonna have some goat cheese. I went deep underground to Eat my goat cheese in privacy.
Don't look at me. I'm eating goat cheese.
Get out.
Yeah, these animals need some fresh stuff. We also probably should give them a bigger yard. But man, I guess once the fences start to deteriorate, I will simply build new fences. I truly despise fixing fences in this game. Once they deteriorate anyway, I might as well just expand their yard a little bit.
Oh, I mean, something you can do is you can just build a bigger fence around the existing fence, and when that's done, delete the inner fence.
Yeah, that's true. Also, you can just... stuff people do is they just make a sort of a representation of a fence out of machines. Like, just line up your cheese and mayonnaise machines in the shape of a fence, and it keeps your animals in, but they don't deteriorate like an actual fence, which is just brilliant. Man, this is 2 days in a row that I haven't done any fishing because I don't have any bait, because I keep forgetting about it until after the bait shop is closed.
But the bear flamingo shrine.
Oh, that's where we have our worm bin?
Mm-hmm. As opposed to everywhere, like in my game.
I've realized that coffee is a universally liked gift, and once you start like any kind of coffee setup, you usually have like hundreds and hundreds of cups of coffee on you. So I'm just spraying the town with coffee in my game, making all kinds of friends. Tea plants are a popular fence too, right? Tea plants are so valuable, but I imagine if you have enough of them, yeah.
I got some aquamarine.
Congratulations. You just wanted to say bad.
Mm-hmm. I will take any opportunity to mispronunciate stuff.
Anything? You can't make coconut juice. Or pickled coconut, I guess. That's what it is.
That does not sound like a...
That doesn't sound appetizing to you?
No.
Nope.
Coconut's fine the way it is, I think. You know, cucumbers, yeah, okay, there's room for improvement. And then you add some improvement and ta-da, a pickle happens. But coconut's pretty alright, straight off the tree, I think.
I do not like coconut.
Well, fine. What would you do to coconut to make it palatable?
Leave it somewhere.
Sell it for food you like?
Yeah. Just give it to somebody else.
Oh, I actually have it. Oh, right. Catch 10 tuna. That's right. That's a quest you accepted that
I'm not doing.
Yeah, we got 3 days.
I have faith in you.
Well, you shouldn't, because I am deep in the mines.
Ah, there aren't tuna down there?
I haven't found the tuna nodes, no.
Oops, I chopped down a tree with a thing on it for no reason. My brain works perfectly.
That's a lie and you know it.
Everybody should respect me for my choices. They're always perfect choices. I do everything with a great deal of intention.
Your brain works imperfectly, and that's exactly why I married you.
Thanks. Oh, good job.
Huh. I didn't know I was
Did you
doing...
even know you had a quest?
Nope. That's news to me.
Oh, you made everybody feel a little safer entirely on accident.
You got a big pile of diamonds, too.
For one, I just came very close to putting fences directly in front of my kegs in such a way that I would not be able to empty them.
Okay, good. That didn't give me...
Once again, my brain works perfectly.
I was concerned that that would have given me one heart with everybody, but fortunately, no. I am still...
Dave's still doing the 0 friendship run.
Yep. I will rummage through garbage in front of every NPC as much as is necessary to rock a solid goose egg on the friendship meter here.
You're the weirdest person I possibly could have married.
Well, it's only up from here. I mean, no, wait.
Hang on. I've made a huge mistake.
Everybody knows the first is the worst.
Ooh, a gate.
You know, marriage is just one of those things that takes practice. A lot of people don't become good at being married until they're, 12th
or 4th,
13th. Yeah.
There's a really great the Bim Bam episode where they interview Mary Lou Henner of all people. And she jokes with them about how your first marriage is like pancakes. You always throw the first one out.
There's a whole world of different people out there. I mean, it just sounds like so much bureaucratic nonsense to have to go through to get divorced.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. That
or
sounds
even
like...
getting married again.
Yeah.
Like, that also sounds hard. like I have to do all this stuff to get divorced and then all this stuff to get married again.
I'd rather just suffer.
Love you too. Hi, everybody. We're doing great. All right. I have somewhat doubled their wandering space, and possibly they will eventually naturally get more. I think I'm going to cut down a lot of these trees so there's more grass space. Animals don't eat trees, right?
Not dead ones.
Problem solved then.
No ramifications there.
Nope.
Oh boy, my inventory is so full all the time.
Oh, it's 12:40. We should both probably go to bed.
I'm just gonna do it. Oh gosh, this is a long... Okay, good. Let's get me out of here.
1 a.m.
Leave the mine.
Dave is gonna make it back.
Bus stop.
He's gonna come right now.
I wish there was a mine cart just in my backyard, as opposed to one screen away. That's far too inconvenient.
Well, you could farm totem back home.
Well, yeah, but that would require having a farm totem.
It would.
I don't have one of those.
Why would you make room for a farm totem when you have to keep your mini fridge?
Exactly. And
exactly.
Hey, level 7 mining.
Ooh,
I can make a transmute.
Oh, what? A transmute what?
Gold.
Hey. I haven't leveled up in I don't know how long. Okay, I'm gonna get bait out of the shrine and then go fishing.
Hooray!
A whole 5 pieces of bait, presumably.
I'm gonna go pet the cats.
Aw.
I did that thing again where...
Ooh, orange.
Yay! I did that thing again where I intended on petting the cats that were sleeping in bed with you. But accidentally, I still had my sword equipped, so I just sort of guarded against them. Which...
Oh, I forgot.
Now that I think about it, is exactly how I go to bed with our real cats anyway. First I perform a guard, and then...
Make sure they're not going to murder you.
Yep. Let's see. Demetrius requires a pufferfish. Do we have one of those in something for any reason?
I don't know, but possibly not.
We do. We've got one.
I don't care. We don't need it for the fishing bundle because we finished the fishing bundle, so go ahead and donate it if you'd like.
My inventory's full, though. There we go.
Bane of Stardew Valley players. I like how I gave the animals twice as much room to roam, but no new grass, so they kind of don't know, like, what is the point? They're just staring at it like, oop, nope. Tried to fish a tree. Like a totally normal person.
I mean, I have lost many lures in tree limbs before, it's fine.
In real life?
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about real life here.
Yeah. Real life is a forbidden topic. What was I? Oh, right, pufferfish. Oh, you have... Oh, geez. We have 9 warp totems in this box. I should probably look at the contents of boxes more frequently.
Yep. Also helps to have, like, a paradigm of what's in what box.
Too bad we don't have one of those, though.
Yeah, that would be too much to ask for.
Yep. On the bright side, it's the bop.
It is the Bob. Welcome to the Bob, everybody.
And when we go on break, I'll be able to demonstrate my the fancy new feature I added to our break screen, where I can just play tunes of my own choosing at any time.
Just like literally any song?
Yep. So I can finally have some uninterrupted music happening during our breaks.
That's cool. Is that a function of the new break screen, or just you also tackled that problem?
Only Maru's friends can enter. Oops, wrong door.
Where am I? What have I done?
That's just one of the things that I did while I was doing lots of stuff to my OBS setup here.
Yay.
Specimen looks perfect. Thanks, Godive.
Shut up, I didn't already have iron fences in my inventory.
1,000 money.
Ooh. Yes, all of a sudden, the good Dave has become a much more responsible member of the farm.
It was just purely by coincidence.
I take it back.
Finally, the town's desires have aligned with my own as well.
I suppose that's fair.
Ooh, I see some fish bub. Do I have any,
Do we not have any regular bait?
I think deluxe is the only kind we have in production at the moment.
I was afraid it was the kind that would only catch one kind of fish. But...
Nope. Ooh, look at this sprightly fellow here.
What'd you find?
Don't know yet. We'll find out shortly. It's a sturgeon.
Oh, I see a fish. A fish.
A sprightly sturgeon.
What kind of fish are we supposed to be finding, and do you remember where they are?
Aquamarine. Tuna. But it has aqua right there in the name. And marine.
Ocean.
Why is it called aquamarine if it's just a dry rock?
Well, does aquamarine mean just like water?
Yeah, pretty much. And it is neither of those things.
It is neither of those things. I mean, the boring answer is that it's probably about the color. Hey.
Yeah.
There was a man in my way.
It's not one of those jokes you're supposed to actually think about.
So sorry.
Stop thinking!
Like, why is an apartment together kind of one of those jokes? You park in a parking lot and drive on a highway. There's something there.
You drive on a parkway and park on a driveway.
There you go.
Yep.
It helps if the word parkway is in your general vocabulary, which is not so much. I may not have actually equipped my challenge bait to my fishing pole. Ah, shoot. No, I did. And I wasted 2 already. Go me! I guess I could buy some bait right from here.
Hello, stranger.
Hello. This is the first time we fished together in the whole run.
Yep. The couple that fishes together, splishes together.
God. I find that disquieting.
Hence all the quietness.
Yep. We don't need tilapia, we need tuna.
Both are tasty, though.
Mm-hmm.
We've still got to give Maple and Sugar their Gotcha Day tuna.
Yep. You're in charge of that project.
All right. we can give it to them tonight for dinner.
Woo!
They're apparently quite hungry lately. So.
Yeah, they've been good and eaty lately.
Yep.
They have such weird moods. Where just like sometimes they just don't seem to eat good for like 2 or 3 days at a time, and like they're not eating nothing, they're not lethargic, like they're not sick, they just get into moods.
Yep, they clearly just eat as much as they care to.
Yeah, they are. We really truly don't have to worry about them stuffing themselves sick.
Yeah.
All right, I am out of inventory days.
They'll go 3 or 4 days where they only eat 3/4 of the food we give them.
Yep.
And then they'll go another 3 or 4 days of just
ravenous,
wolfing down absolutely every crumb of kibble that they can find.
Sometimes the issue also is that they just get off the schedule that we have. Like they'll eat plenty, they just eat it at a different set of times than we put it down, and they'll end up like eating the leftovers from the most recent meal and then not wanting the new meal.
Yeah. Shug will decide 15 minutes before meal time that, oh, there's leftovers from the previous meal. I'll eat that now.
Yeah.
And then another feeding time occurs and she's not hungry anymore.
Give you the fresh stuff. if only to get you back on schedule. Nope, she's a princess. She does what she wants.
Yep.
I don't feel like eating when you want me to eat.
Too bad.
I'm in charge here.
Until she can speak English, she's gonna eat when we enable her to.
Yes, until she can speak English.
Yep. Which she's getting better. She's learned the word meow.
Yep, the English word meow. No comment.
She's very onomatopoetic.
She knows the word onomatopoeia.
Yeah. Doesn't know how to say it, she just knows it.
Well, sure.
Just when I say the word to her, there's a look of understanding on her face.
Yeah, if we're talking about words that they understand, then food and maple.
And no.
And no.
Down, off.
I think they'd like to pretend that they don't understand the words down and off. Like, I just don't know what you're I'm so sorry. I just don't know what oh, nope, sorry.
There's just a language barrier problem
I don't know,
here.
I just can't help you.
Sorry, human.
Feed me?
My condolences.
How about you feed me right now?
Hooray, I got a chicken statue from the sea.
Oh, good. We always need more of those.
Yay. I fear that at some point we were perilously close to having 69,420 money, and we just blew past it without acknowledging it.
We're bad caretakers.
Yeah.
Of the funny.
We're letting everybody down with our lack of observational acuity.
We're so mature.
Things are important.
Nope.
I found a halibut.
That's a halibut thing. Divorce?
Okay.
It is worth paperwork. That was pretty rough.
I still occasionally think about, we watch Would I Lie to You every other night with dinner, and some episodes ago, Lee Mack told a pun about Narnia business, and
You're still scarred.
No, I admire that. That was quite the gymnastic approach.
He's truly one of the smartest comedians, I think. Oh no, I wanted the bus stop. Oh, for crying out loud.
Lobster bisque. Ooh, I haven't had a good lobster bisque in a long time either. We gotta go find a biscuery. Bistro.
They probably don't serve lobster bisque at most bistros.
Why would you say such a thing?
I don't know.
Why would you shatter my hopes and dreams?
I think of, I guess a bistro, I don't know. For some reason I think of a bistro kind of like a cafe. But I guess they're really not. Just a weird brain.
Bistros are soup places.
Oh, okay. I don't think I knew that.
I got a super cucumber.
Ooh.
Which implies the existence of a sub-cucumber.
I think those are just regular cucumbers.
But if a super cucumber implies the existence of a sub-cucumber also implies the existence of a dom cucumber.
Hey guys, look what I did. Can't reach this jam. Can't reach this jam because of the fence.
Womp.
I'm just going to wait for the outside row to come due and then I'll just move it all. I'm not taking down the fence again. But this is the kind of thing, this is why I don't build things in real life.
Also, it occurs to me,
yes.
I'm catching a lot of super cucumbers here, and they're not actually described as sea cucumbers, just super cucumbers. So apparently
they're just...
Somebody's just taking really big cucumbers and throwing them in the ocean, and somehow I'm retrieving them in some mutated fashion. I don't know what's in the ocean doing this to cucumbers, but it's makes me think perhaps we should not be swimming in the ocean the way we do.
are we doing? Free tuna. Great work, everybody.
I'm working on it.
No, I'm including myself in that. Done a bad job of...
Oh no, my inventory's full. I have no room for this trash.
No. Whatever will you do with it?
I suppose I still have a whole lot of food here that I don't need since I'm not in the mines right now, but... Fine.
Ugh.
You've gone to bed.
Yep.
But the fishing.
11:40.
Everyone knows all the cool fish come out at night.
According to your fish list, the tuna goes to bed at 7 p.m.
Oh. Well, clearly tunas are square.
Yep. Me and tunas going to bed early.
Well, fine.
Like you do.
How do fish know what time of day it is? Do they have fish clocks in the sea?
Watches. Oh man, I wish I had a good joke. I wish I knew any watch brands.
Rolex, Seiko, Timex.
Yeah.
Finex.
Is that a stretch?
Yeah. That is such a stretch that I am strained.
Timex? I might be thinking of Timex.
Casio.
Yeah.
Casiro.
Welcome to largely just free association with Catherine and Dave. Free association under the guise of a pun.
Do we actually need to hand these tunas in or just catch them?
It'll say on the quest. I don't actually know off the top of my head, but basically, are there two lines of tracking or just one?
Nope, just one. Just says catch.
Then you're fine. You could eat them even. I know.
I've heard tuna is tasty. Oh, it's 1:50. Speed running into the bed. There we go. Hey,
made it to bed.
Made
Look
it
at
to
you go.
bed. Like a champ.
Somewhat surprising.
We're doing all right. We're doing all right.
Woo-woo.
Wow, that was a lucrative day. All these lukes.
We're getting into that part of the game. Money. We're far enough into the game that
truffle oil.
Outside of like $1 million for things, you can mostly afford what you need to afford.
Ooh, my super cucumbers gave us a good chunk of change as well. 4 figures worth of cucumbers.
Look at that.
All right.
Probably regular cucumbers from our backyard would not.
Yeah. Has to be the ones that have been mutated by the questionable ocean.
I should really get into gardening.
All right, and with that, we are going to take our...
Wait. Hang on.
Oh, is it time?
Yep.
Is it going to be completed?
Yeah. Although I think this sign is... Hang on. The sign that literally says Happy Pride. I just did a hate crime and had to kick the sign that said Happy Pride out of the way. Hang on. Hang on. Why isn't it typing? Oh.
Is your keyboard... There you go. Hooray!
Yay! We did it!
Wahoo!
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo. Okay, I did it!
Hooray! Happy Pride!
Happy Pride, everybody. Wait, we're gonna...
Trans rights. Happy Pride.
Hang on. Yeah, we're gonna get... There we go.
And happy Schmaple.
Wait, can you... If you go stand by the other sign...
Schmaple secreted a shrimp at me.
Nice. If you go stand by the other sign, will it also say the words?
Yep.
Yay!
I'll have to do split screen so that we can see... Oh, no, there you go. Yours shows both.
I got it.
Wahoo!
Yay!
Yay!
We did it.
Happy Pride and trans rights, etc.
Hang on, I can't get the... I want it... Okay. Oh.
You're doing all right there.
Well, my bottom inventory is over the red, and so you can't tell that it's a rainbow.
No, it's... Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do split screen, and then I'll stand... You can stand by yours.
Okay.
There we go. Hooray!
We did it!
We did it!
Happy Pride, everybody.
Happy Pride, etc.
Okay, break time. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, we're gonna take our first break of the stream. Gonna stand up, do some stretches, get some water. If you're able to do any of these things, I recommend that you do, because your body loves them all really very much. What are we, when we come back, I guess I'm going back into the mines to, risk life and limb.
Only if you pause the game so we don't lose the day before you come back. Dave's so good at this.
Yeah, there we go. Wahoo. Although they did make the text vanish, so my excuse is that, that's why I didn't do that yet.
Sure. Yep.
That's we'll retcon that into reality.
Yep.
Anyway, if this is your first time here, this is what we do. We make excuses for poor gameplay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
If you're enjoying what we do, I recommend a like, a follow, subscribe, etc. It's fast and free, and it'll keep you connected for our future retro gaming shenanigans, and also this thing. Normally, during the week, I'm usually doing retro gaming.
Noted retro game, Stardew Valley.
I mean, it is 8 years old now.
That's true.
Not that much longer until it's considered retro. With that unsettling thought, enjoy the kitten photos while we are away. We'll be back in just a little bit to keep on keeping on. Hang tight. Hello, everybody. We are back. Thank you for waiting. Let me try that. Hello, everybody. We are back. Thank you for waiting. Let me not
do it live. One try.
Yep. Nailed it.
Doing great.
Yeah. Woo. Tripping over my own fat tongue.
Radio professionals.
I ate some potato chips over the break, and I choose to blame those.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone asks, it was the fault of Ms. Vicky's kettle-cooked jalapeno potato chips. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag there's a giant box of them in our pantry because Dave bought them in bulk. And earlier this week, one morning when I was getting ready for work and bustling around the kitchen, I let the cats play around in the pantry in the mornings while I'm getting ready for work. And Sugar absolutely wants in that box. It is a mountain she must climb. And speaking of Sugar waking people up with loud noises, one day this week she threw herself in the box of Miss Vicky's and tumbled the entire box onto the floor of the pantry.
Good Shug.
They never learn their lessons.
Speaking of cats, I meant to pet Schmaple here, and accidentally replaced one of the jellies on our trans rights things with a fishing pole. How do I?
You broke it. Well, first of all, what color did you mess up?
Pink.
Okay, I think that's probably going to be an easier color. If there's any jam that's ready in that color, go get one, and if not, we just have to wait. Good thing we got our screenshots earlier.
Yep. I broke.
Immediately ruined.
Yep. It's now it's a trans wrongs display until I can replace this fishing pole.
Or like pro-trans people who fish, possibly.
Yep. Do we have a box full of jellies anywhere? Or?
Oh no, we pretty much just sell those.
Okay. Then I don't think we have any on hand. Sorry. We'll fix that ASAP.
I kind of already forgot what actual food stuff I put to make pink as opposed to like red. Probably might have been melon jam. Probably melon jam.
How about our pig over here is pink?
I don't think you can put pigs on signs.
Not only is our pig pink, but our pig is also named Miss Piggy. I thought it was gender UFO. Do we have more than one pig?
I think
we have Captain Cheez-Its.
Is it a goat that's named? No, the goat's named Captain Cheez-Its. I don't remember which one is gender UFO.
The dino.
Aw. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
My inventories. What are these? Sure.
Oh, well, we'll fix that. We'll
fix it in post.
Yeah, yep. We'll make sure never happened. Meanwhile, I'm gonna fish for tuna.
Oh, thanks. I like how I always make those. You pick up the quest and then you have to go do some fishing.
Well, twist my arm to do some fishing.
That's true. You're not mad about that. In the meantime, I'll remember that I don't have Junimos to do my busy work for me on this. The trans rights flag is so sad now. Here, I'm going to put a pink fish on it. There we go.
Hooray.
Problem solved.
Trans rights and also salmon.
That's a red mullet or something. The salmon in this game are not pink because salmon are only pink when you slice them open anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Per the meme.
Exactly. Say.
They named a color after me. Why is it pink?
Why is it pink? Oh, right. Those are perma. Those are permanently there until the rest of it comes due. Days.
Gone fishing. Getting lots of mullets here.
You don't have a mullet anymore. You got a haircut. It was mullety.
Yeah, it's getting there. I was.
Your hair, your long hair always has a mullet vibe. You can't help it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it cut every 2 weeks. It's going to get mullety, and there's not that much you can do about it.
That was the topic of one of my opening monologues earlier in the week. Is how, like, you know, once upon a time, typically, my hair routine is I'll get it cut somewhat short and then just let it grow out until it's physically uncomfortable. Then I'll get it cut again. Used to be that, like, you could just stop by a barber shop or something on the way home from work on the day you first felt your hair annoy you and get that taken care of. But I don't know if it's a combination of, like, where we live now or just the post-COVID world, but yeah, there's not really any on-demand barber shops anymore.
No, I will go ahead and say that's just where we live.
Well, there used to be one in the previous little town we lived in, but...
Really?
Yeah.
Like a Master Cuts or something?
No, just a little town barber.
Oh, I see. And they just didn't... They would go without appointments?
Yeah, just did walk-ins.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and appointment only became the only way of doing business, and then they realized, oh, this is actually a much better way to do business, so never went back to walk-ins.
I think, like, if we lived somewhere now that was larger, that had, like, a Master Cuts or whatever, could you not do walk-ins there?
Well, we can. They're the nearest place is Great Clips that's 45 minutes away.
Yes.
And that's I'm not driving 45 minutes to go to Great Clips.
If we lived somewhere where the Great Clips was accessible, like, Great Clips still will do without an appointment, yes?
Yes,
okay.
Although in my recent experience, their wait timer system check-in thing is imperfect. So,
You'll just have to suck it up and schedule your haircut in advance like the rest of the world. By the rest of the world, I mean women.
It's just weird, though. It's one of those things like, you know, trimming your fingernails. Like, once they get to a length where it bothers you, you clip them. Hooray, job done. Hair, once it gets to a length where it bothers you, you get a haircut. Hooray, job done. But it's just weird that
that might be a you thing.
I mean, it's. I was going to say I'm not complaining. I am complaining.
Let's not get it wrong. Let's not get it twisted. Definitely complaining.
I'm not complaining that the world changed. I'm complaining that I have not yet adapted to the change that the world has done around me.
Yep.
Because it's it is apparent to me that
it's just not the way we do it anymore.
Well, I mean, just even the idea of keeping a barbershop open for 15 hours a day when you only have people walking in through the door half of those hours, it just doesn't make sense.
So you're not begrudging them the change. It just is not how you would prefer to roll.
Yeah, it is inconvenient for me and therefore a bad thing.
Yeah.
The world should cater to me primarily and only me.
And that's why they all went out of business if they...
Yeah, if I got my hair cut more often, maybe they'd stay open.
Do walk-ins, but 3 times a week. There's just this one hair here that's bugging me. Can you take care of that?
Yep.
That'll be $12, sir.
Well worth it. I don't think I've gotten a single tuna today.
Yeah, I feel like we're not coming very fast.
Yep. Hooray! Broken glasses.
Yay!
Just what I needed.
That's definitely what we were hoping for.
I have... Oh, I did get a tuna. Okay. I don't feel so bad. But we're still only at 4 out of 10.
Yeah. How many days left? Oh, final day. Good luck, honey.
Yep. And it's after 7 p.m., so hooray!
We're done!
All the tuna have gone to sleep.
Sometimes things just don't work out.
Where's the tuna hotel? Where are they all sleeping? Can I rouse them from their sleep so that they can jump on my hook?
I don't think so. Also kind of kidnapper serial killer vibes, like running into a room full of sleeping fish.
I mean, I mean, from the fish's perspective, I think we are kidnapper serial killers.
Yeah. I suppose you're not wrong.
That's very much. That's what humans. That's when humans be like.
That's the
if
vibe
you're a
already.
fish.
Well, sometimes I say dumb things when I'm trying to talk for the internet.
That's. Ooh, I have ooh, wow! I don't even know what that was. I had an extremely feisty and slippery fish with a little anglerfish kind of ornament on its head, and I have no idea what it was.
Oh, that's a legendary fish. With that little thing on its head and very, very fast. That's a legendary fish.
Yep.
Good short. I mean, I know you didn't catch it, but like...
Yeah, I most certainly did not.
Nowhere close. But now you know what a legendary fish is. Which last time we talked about it, you asked me if it was a 1.6 thing.
Yes, it does exist in 1.6.
That's not at all the point, though.
Fine, I'll get this treasure chest. Even if it cost me the fish, which it did. Oh, right, then we don't get the... Alright. Never mind.
You don't get the treasure chest if you don't get the fish?
Yep.
Correct.
Look at me being skilled.
Yep. Very good cost-benefit analysis right there. Just standing there on the pier like, but, what do you mean?
I'm just... What else do I have anything? Oh, that's right. We got a shrimp that Schmaple secreted at me. I almost a shrimp that Schmaple secreted.
Schmaple secreted a shrimp.
All right, we'll keep the coral. Yeah. All right, looks good. I guess I'll warp totem now. And you.
In something that's completely different from real life, Catherine and one of the cats are snoring in bed when Dave comes into the room. That never happens in real life. Why would you say that?
Nope, never ever.
Totally different.
I am always the first person to go to bed and the first person to wake up.
Oh yeah.
In real life, all the time, always, for sure. All right. Oh, 1:40. Hey, look at that. Maybe I'll go to bed now.
I like how you made it home and yet you're still like, I'm gonna do some chores now.
I had to produce some lukes. There we go.
Oh, lucrative, right?
Yep.
I always thought you meant like LEWKS, like lukes. Since when is that your primary goal?
What is this other thing? Did you donate a TRS-80? That's a dwarf gadget. Okay. Yeah. So, yes, you did donate a TRS-80. That's a joke for computer nerds.
Good, because it's not a joke for your wife. The other person on the podcast. Wait, no. We're not a podcast.
We are. There's.
We're not a podcast. No, that's just me pulling a very specific Adventure Zone memory where Clint makes a reference and none of his sons understand it. I think at one point Griffin suggested he's making jokes for ghosts. Like, well, it's nobody on this podcast with you.
Okay, so I have to pet the Schmaples without putting fishing rods on our trans rights thing.
Try harder.
Unless I have spicy eel. Also looks kind of pink.
Yeah, I put something pinkish up there.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. What did you do?
I put spicy eel in place of the strawberry jam. It's still pink.
You're ruining her. It was perfect. It was perfect for a day.
Well, the nice thing is that once we get just one more pink jam of any description, we can use it to repair both.
I'm gonna put the sweet pea in. Oh no, you can't make. Reddish? That'll probably come out red. Oh, these are melons. All these with little pink knobs on them are pink melons, so that'll be a thing. Alright. I'm gonna try to go back and get the rest of these magic boxes opened up. Ooh. I don't think we have any melons from last summer, so we'll just have to wait for them to grow.
George has been waiting for us to bring him a hot pepper for like a year and a half.
Yeah, thankfully people don't seem to get mad at you when you take forever. They still give you the go. If you want to bring him a hot pepper, go for it.
Does he still have a knee?
My favorite one is, I think we made this joke already on stream, but Demetrius needs something for his like research project. And I think I made a joke about like his grant got suspended. Like he no longer works at that institution.
Yep.
Publish or perish. But my random farmer neighbor never brought me the thing I asked for. Like, I don't care. We're not giving you tenure. Sorry.
I mean, that's his mistake for trusting us.
He definitely should have paid someone up front to do it as their job, not just like, oh, hey, if you feel like it. What is that? Eggplant parmesan. Cool.
There's so much good food in this game that I haven't eaten in a long time.
Just getting real life hungry.
Yeah. Wood, fiber, and
fried mushroom.
I could take or leave that.
Glazed yams.
Depends on the glaze. We don't have coal. There's coal. All right. I think those are the things I need to make a scarecrow. This is an early game quest that I apparently never completed that I've been able to.
Some weirdness early game about us completing our quests together or separately.
Hooray!
Good job.
I did a thing.
I
participated. I made a scarecrow.
Hey.
And now I'm gonna put it someplace inconvenient, hopefully. Perfect. Now, if you want to enter this cave on our property, you have to answer 3 riddles from this scarecrow first.
I've decided we're going to turn our trans rights flag into just 5 totally random things that are that vaguely those colors.
Yeah.
Change things up a little bit.
If anyone in the audience would like that we do it properly, let us know and we will. But since I have become involved in this and have ruined it like I usually ruin things.
Originally, our intention was pure. Yep. And then Dave got into it.
I did a clumsiness.
And now here we are. I think it's still cute and fun.
Now I need to craft a furnace, which needs copper and stone.
Oh, you went through and murdered all of our grass. Cleared all of our hay.
I certainly did that for a reason.
No, I think you did it to be a pain.
I think I was...
I mean, do you think we're gonna farm every single square of this land that I'm wandering around right now?
I think I was on the hunt for mixed seeds, so I could expedite my foraging leveling.
I build a fence around this one piece of grass. Don't let Dave get here. No Dave's allowed. Oops.
I made a furnace.
I think I left the gate open, so we can't close the gate, or a lot of animals will be stuck outside the gate. Well, most of them seem to be in here still.
Use my furnace to smelt a copper bar. Okay.
Dave's playing day 1 farming stuff right now.
Yep.
Level 1 farming coming right up. Against his will.
Left the door open again.
97946.
There are. Oh, we have many gates to get into our farmland.
I can barely walk in a straight line. I have to give myself lots of ways in and out of places.
Also, I have lots of wood and fiber. Is there anything fun I can craft with that in my...
You know what? I'm gonna move the mayonnaise maker and this stuff back into the farm. We've got enough farm room now. It makes more sense in there than out here. Animals have plenty of space. Put it down here where we can't. I guess the grass can. Guys, I'm so good at Stardew I can barely even speak.
This game requires intense focus.
Yep.
Alright, I think yep, I have made all of the interesting things that I can make. Well, I can make 37 signs with the stuff in my inventory right now.
Probably don't do that.
I don't know, that sounds fun. Like how people spend streams reading all the books in Skyrim.
Huh.
I'll just start writing all of the books in Stardew.
Just here's all the stuff I know about Stardew. Here's every Stardew word I know. Microphone. Butthole.
Come to think of it, we do have quite a lot of wood.
Yeah.
If I made, I don't know, a few dozen signs and strewn them around the joint, I don't think we would hurt for wood.
No, we wouldn't. Be a weird thing to do, though.
You're right. Sounds like the perfect thing to do.
Sounds like a very Dave thing to do.
Yep. Alright, are there any... Pierre wants some sashimi. He can fly a kite. Reach level 100 in Skull Cavern. That sounds easy.
Oh yeah, no problem. We'll get right on it.
Easy as peasy. Watch me go. What's some weird blue stuff?
The squid ink is fairly weird blue stuff already.
I used sea jelly. And are there any... I just want to put my Neolithic table on a flag. Is that so bad? I have wants and desires as well. Don't you know? Are we ever going to meet this alien that broke out of our shrine?
Did it break out already?
Yeah.
Is it cracked?
Streams ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's very hard to find.
Mm.
It's got like a 2% chance of appearing on stream. I've cooked some sashimi for Pierre.
Oh.
Just because it was a recipe that I could make. It's literally just fish. It is a recipe that only requires a fish.
There we go. There's my deluxe bait. Put that on my iridium rod. What else?
Where's Pierre's is closed. Does Pierre go anywhere? Does he just live in the back of the store after it? He just locks the door.
Alright, I guess I'll... Oh, it's already 6:30. I was gonna say, I guess I'll go to the mines and try to do stuff, but...
Hey, you know what would be fun? Have you ever tried to play Junimo Kart?
No.
You wanna try it?
Okay.
Come meet me in the saloon.
Which one's that? Oh, the building that says saloon.
I was sipping coffee, and it's a good thing too, because otherwise I would have said some not family-friendly words is the answer to that question. Yes, it is the one that says saloon on it.
Do I have a cutscene?
Ooh, which?
A rare visit from a dear friend. World famous... This is Omelette, a friend?
This is the... I mean, you can skip it if you want.
And I shall.
Okay, have fun.
Alright.
Come here. Come here, honey.
She does that to me more often than...
Sometimes my brain and my mouth get disconnected and I can't remember if I'm talking to a human spouse or a cat. I think this one's Junimo Kart. I think the blue one's Junimo Kart. Yeah.
Alright.
I think I'm going to slide over to your mic and watch you play Junimo Kart for a minute.
Okay. Progress mode, endless mode.
I genuinely... I'm bringing my mic with me.
Yay. Watch me go.
Dave's good at video games, so this might actually be fun.
Don't say that on the internet.
Oh,
People
also,
are going to expect things of me.
You should make it full screen if you can.
Oh, right.
I know. Okay, good job.
Oh, was I supposed to be doing something? Oh, there we go.
I think that was the tutorial.
I can jump. Hooray!
Look at Dave going.
And I die.
The video game inside a video game, everybody.
Oh,
he died again.
Those have collision. Oh, I can jump through the bottom. Learning.
We're getting there.
Learning the rules of the game within the game. Oh. Death.
Died.
Hooray!
And that was Junimo Card, everybody.
Joy! I was expecting like a kart racing, kind of like Mario Kart kind of thing.
Ah, nope. It's this. After this, you can try Journey of the Prairie King or whatever it's called.
Is that a... What is that?
It's another video game in this other arcade game.
Well, I am noticing that time still passes here.
Oh yeah, it's 10 p.m. I'm just sitting in the arcade watching you.
Well, I'm just thinking another instance of verisimilitude is that I can simply stay up all night and pass out playing video games in Stardew.
Well, it's a shame I don't know if there's a mechanic for bringing arcade games into your own house. I think there is. Die. Okay, I'm gonna leave the arcade just so I get home on time, but you should just keep playing. It's fun.
Death. Is there a move faster button?
Are you stuck on the noob bridge of Junimo Card?
Yep. Let's see. Journey of the Oh. Yeah. It's like Link's Awakening.
Yep. It's just a shooty.
How does one shoot?
There was that.
Oh, the arrows, okay.
I was gonna say, I know there's a little tutorial thing on the screen at some point.
Alright. Now, stuff's happening.
Kala says that if you beat the arcade game, you get you get the machine for your house.
Ooh. Get shot down.
Get back up again.
I was not expecting a Chumbawamba reference.
From me, of all people. You started it.
I didn't know that at the time.
For the record, this is the most focused Dave has been since we started playing Stardew. Have I ruined the game? Is you're never gonna farm again?
I did die.
Well, it's 12:50, so it's probably a good thing.
Okay, fine. There we go. I guess I'll just blearily stumble back to my own property.
Can you do it in an hour, do you think?
Hope so.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Kala says that the arcade machines is the only trophy they don't have on PS4. Is beating Journey of the Prairie King. 20, you got this. 1:30. You slept in your own bed. Could you even get there faster?
I don't have a bed in that house.
Oh no. Well, if you pass out inside your house without a bed, it's still better than nothing.
I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Oh,
we
look
have
at this. 140.
frames to spare. Look at that. Ta-da!
Yay.
Made it to bed.
Well, now you have experienced a whole new part of Stardew Valley.
Yay!
I sold this $5,000 treasure that I got.
Thanks.
You bet.
Yeah, that seems... That's a big pile of Lukes right there.
I think I got it out of a fishing chest.
Mm.
Sorry for the noises, everybody. I had to scoot my chair so I can see Dave's computer to watch him play. You know, the thing. Junimo Cart. I was stuck, so I try not to make too many McElroy references every stream because I could just do that nonstop, but they have a drinking game called Cario Mart that I forget exactly the rules of Cario Mart, except the result is just get absolutely just trash hammered. I don't know if like every time you just drink a lot. There's some mechanic, but as far as I can remember, it's just drink a lot. And I was struggling. Junimo Cart was perilously going to become Cario Mart. And in case anybody was wondering, Dave is not super wasted while we stream.
Nope, I'm just like this all the time.
I genuinely don't know what it would be like if you did this while also drunky.
Imagine the chaos.
That would be bad. Because we're so focused. We're so focused and methodical. Normal now.
Juicy bugs.
Why did you make a furnace just out here? Do you not ever think about like God's sake. And people think my just, oh, I have crops mixed together is disorganized. Look at you. Look at you.
It's the furnace district.
You're the weirdest person I know.
I need 100 bug guts. How do I... And then I have to deliver them as well. Collect a bunch of bug meat.
I think that's just like low-level mine enemies.
Yeah. Dude, I found a bream in a trash can.
Nice.
The trash bream.
We're down to one remaining jelly on our pride flag, on our trans rights flag. We're doing a bang-up job supporting our community. Good job, guys.
Oop, I'm trapped in the cemetery again.
Hey, I'm gonna take this poppy and I'm gonna go, I think, finish a bundle. Yep.
Hooray!
Not a whole one, but part of, an interior bundle. You know, words.
I will happily pretend to know what you're talking about.
Good.
For the benefit of the audience, I am right there with you.
That's your job.
Yep.
Both in game and in marriage. Oh yeah, sure.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I agree.
Hi, honey.
Bye. Who was that crazy lady walking around in the gi?
With her purple shoes.
Yeah. And yes, I am one to judge, wearing a trash can lid on my head.
God, I don't want to talk to that weirdo. She looks disturbed. As he adjusts the trash can lid he's hanging on to.
Oh, I have some tuna roe and some red mullet roe. Do we have any utility for those?
Any roe can go in a jarm
Okay.
and turn into aged roe.
Is that these weird pulsating things?
The brown pulsating, you really not know the difference between a wine keg and a jam jar? What are you in, like level -7 farming?
I think all of them are occupado at the moment anyway.
That's fine.
Can I put them in the beehive?
No. I think
in the bee hotel.
Pretty sure I gave George the pepper he wanted. I think it's just you who hasn't given George the pepper he wanted.
Oh. It's always just me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course I'm the problem.
You're kind of a screw up.
Yeah.
She says, looking at the garbage can on his head.
You still haven't found where I put the scarecrow, did you?
Uh-oh.
Hi, bye.
Bye. Which scarecrow?
The scarecrow I had to craft for the tutorial quest that I started yesterday.
Why would you not just put it by the crops? What is wrong with you? What have you done? Where'd you put that row?
The blue box?
That's actually the right place to put it.
Sorry.
You're the worst.
Alright, show me what you got, prairie fiends.
Dang, that's a lot of row. Did great.
Oh, I died.
Oh, we're back to this. Yep, that's it. I've lost Dave for good.
Yep. The end.
This is a joke that's really just for Kai, but Dave's now doing the Justin McElroy school of Stardew.
Wake me up when summer ends.
Yep. I mean, honestly, we're basically just waiting out our quality crops for the rest of the thing.
Yep.
Community center. So fine, play video games all day. See if I care.
Ooh. This is like Smash TV. Oh, whoa, that was close. Frames away from death. Peril. I see a shoddy.
What?
I got a shotgun.
Good job.
It's exactly like Doom now.
Yes, I bet you didn't know there was a Doom clone inside Stardew Valley.
Just waiting for, there we go. I was going to say, waiting for something to happen. And then something happened.
Oh, imagine that.
Ooh. Okay, stuff can stop happening now.
Did it get too real?
Yep. Oh. I got bumped.
Uh-oh. Like dead?
Yep. I got bumped to death.
Uh-oh.
Stop making me dead.
Almost like they're not on your team.
Why would the programmers do this?
Whose side are they on, truly?
Don't the programmers want me to win?
I'm gonna say it's concerned 8, but I like the idea that there's in-universe people, like the computer game arm of Joja Mart created Junimo Kart.
Yeah, this does seem like a very Joja Mart game to have made.
I'm kind of surprised the game doesn't make you put money in for I mean, it's literally an arcade. You think it'd be like, okay, this costs you $1. Like, if Clint charges you for geodes, I don't know why the arcade doesn't charge you.
Ooh. The questionable hitbox on that one.
So you really didn't know there were these games here?
Nope. I don't know if I've
ever gone into the saloon one time
yeah.
in the entire time you played.
This is a whole new building. Is the Saloon a 1.6 thing?
It is not. Nor are the games inside it.
Yeah. What about all these people walking around? Did they know?
Nope. Same people as always.
Tell them to get out.
Yeah.
This is my town. I wonder... Yeah, let's go back to the bus stop. And then I'll pick up some food. And then I guess I'll go to bed. And then I'll do some farming in the morning.
I can't believe that you voluntarily stopped playing the video game.
I know, I don't want to, it's brushing up against my Vampire Survivors reflexes.
I see.
And I don't want to ruin my my reflexes for that game, of course. Which is my excuse at the moment. I wonder where all my energy went. Does playing video games require energy of some description?
I actually don't know. I haven't played them that much. In-game, but This is like my 7th hour of Stardew today, in terms of, if we're going to say.
You woke up, you started playing Stardew, and then you briefly stopped playing Stardew in pursuit of playing more Stardew.
I did. I had to eat lunch so that I could be ready to play Stardew. Callow would like you to know that they actually looked it up and have proven that Journey to the Prairie King was introduced in 1.0. Dave's just ridiculously bad at paying attention to the sort of flourishes of Stardew. He had a very core Stardew experience first time around.
That is definitely a word to use to describe how I played this game.
Yep. If it wasn't fishing or directly required for the community center, he probably didn't deal with it.
I forget which episode on YouTube it is anymore, but at some point I showed off my my farm from my solo playthrough during COVID, and
it's bad.
Yeah, not a single hinge to be found there.
If you really do want to watch it, it's towards the end of whatever spot it is. That's all I really know about it.
Oh, I remember. I think we referenced Bungus, which was one of my cows. So I think it's the one that's titled...
that's got Bungus in the name.
Yep. Accept Bungus into your heart.
Oh, that's... Oh, hey, I found the scarecrow.
Yay!
Like living with a...
An antagonist.
I was like a trickster god.
Oh.
Is both useless and in the way.
A lot of fruits in here.
Yeah, we don't check it super often.
Well, it's because we have to answer 3 riddles to get in, and the riddles are really hard.
I remember you saying some nonsense about riddles. Sometimes I don't really listen to you.
I know.
I'm trying my best. It's a lot of game to be doing all at once.
The Stardew or our marriage?
Yes.
Do I sell this fruit, or what do I do with fruit?
I would just keep it and we can jam jar it. Put it in the yellow bin, but usually I should make a bin specifically for jam jar fruits. Jarm. So, Dave, I didn't tell you the story, but you know how I finished off a thing of jelly and actually gave Sonia back the jam jar that was in the fridge.
I had to figure out, okay, is this real life or is this...
Sorry, yes, Sonia is a real human, not a Stardew NPC.
Real life NPC.
And so she only works in the office a couple days a week, so we had to set up coordinate a time to remember for her to come get it. And so I ended up actually putting a meeting on her calendar for her to come to my office, to remind us both to come to my office and do this exchange. So I definitely put a meeting event on her calendar that was spelled Jarm. I hope somebody looked at one of our calendars and said, I wonder what could Jarm? What is Jarm?
You're just button mashing again.
Let's see. I'm going to keep some poppies because we can make poppy seed muffins out of them.
Ooh.
Later on.
That's another thing. Lemon poppy seed muffins. It's been a long time since I had some of them.
You should definitely start baking again. You're a really good baker.
But I'm so fat already.
That is true.
Much appreciated. That's true love right there.
What I meant to say is that it's true that you're trying to eat better. I didn't mean to just...
I'm so fat. Yeah. Thanks.
I love you. I'm really sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
I suppose I probably also love you in return.
Hi, Salt Ranger. I'm glad you managed to get here in time for that. Yowzers, Bowsers. I'm really sorry, honey.
Hooray! I've been abused on stream. And, ooh, hooray! Schmaple secreted yet another shrimp at me. We're how many years of marriage are we on now? 20 is 5. 5, yeah. So yeah, that's about. That's about right.
It'll be our 5th anniversary in September.
Yeah,
is the 5th anniversary utter contempt?
That tracks.
I did a whole thing in my head of it makes sense that now is not the time that you have just described wanting to bake more. It wasn't just that in my head. Wow, Life Hall of Fame stuff right there.
I guess I'm gonna go to the mines and try to do some exercise.
No recovering from that.
Wife of the year material right there.
That's what I said. Oy. Oh no. Alright.
I'm just gonna go to the mines and stab some stuff. No, not working out any frustration or anything. Nope.
I'm really sorry.
It's fine.
Oh no.
Just in a Telltale games, he will remember this popped up.
Oh no.
Or it's like if we were the Sims, a little minus sign popped up over my head.
Whoa.
It's fine, I'm kidding.
I know.
But yes, more to the point, I do miss baking.
back a couple of minutes.
To revisit anything else.
Oh no. You're an excellent baker. I would enjoy. You owe me a turnover anyway, so you have to bake me something.
It's just trying to steer the conversation back to me being fat, aren't you?
No.
She brought home 2 turnovers. I thought she said she didn't like turnovers, so I ate them both. And then
what I said was I didn't know if he would like them because they were apple, and I didn't really think baked apple was like his favorite thing.
You know how I
love apple turnovers, man.
Sorry.
Oh, we don't apparently talk enough about some things.
Yeah, we missed our we forgot to have our monthly apple turnover chat.
So yes, I asked him to bring me my turnover, and he kind of just turned and looked at me like he'd been caught.
You don't want it anymore.
And I was like, "You ate them both?" And then sadness was had. And he was very apologetic. He actually offered to go to the store and get me some snackies. And I said, no, that's fine. I also don't need an apple turnover. Unfortunately going back to the other conversation, like, I could also stand to have a slightly healthier lifestyle, so.
You know, I was talking about it with my therapist the other day. Turns out that when you live in Wisconsin and you work in an office,
you get fat. It's just a state requirement.
Yep. When you live in a state famous for cheese and beer and you have a sedentary lifestyle,
yep.
Difficult to
We've both put on a couple.
Yeah. Cheese, beer, and meat, has to be said.
And sometimes cheese that's been fried in things.
Yeah. And meat that's been combined with cheese in questionable ways and
Consider
then fried.
rewinding to the part where we talked about how we wanted to go to a bar and eat cheese curds and jalapeno poppers. How did we get here? I think I solved the mystery. I think I put 2 and 2 together.
Turns out it was foreshadowing all along.
Yeah, it was. All of this is just a story. Dave and I are both really, really fit. This is just for literary. This is just the character arc we're on. I try to get up and walk around at my job. I spend more time at my job walking around the buildings on campus. When you worked on campus, you rarely left your building. You didn't know where most of the other buildings were, in fact.
All I know is they had stuff in them that I didn't have to be concerned with.
It wasn't your job.
My paycheck was not coming from any of those buildings, so.
My problem is that I managed to walk around campus in ways that like put stress on my ankles, but don't actually help me burn all that many calories. The worst of both worlds.
Hooray!
Yeah.
On that subject, I'm gonna sit here in my cave and eat some goat cheese.
Well, presumably you've mined your way into needing some goat cheese, so you'll be fine.
And then it was more just sort of, I just sort of face tanked my way into needing the healing.
Oh, I see. You weren't tired so much as you were beaten up.
Yep.
That's fair.
In one way or another, I was on the brink of death. And cheese came to my rescue, as it often does.
Yeah, did we know that Stardew Valley took place in Wisconsin? Look at all the different kinds of cheese.
Ooh, look at all these rocks for to be exploding. Don't mind if I help myself. Pew pew. And not a thing of value was uncovered.
Nope. You still on your prismatic shard attempt?
Yep.
You're running prismatic shard %?
I wonder. Maybe there's a quicker way to be doing this. I'm gonna turn on my speedrunner brain here, which I most certainly have because I've definitely speedrun games, any games ever.
Yep.
If I wonder what are the odds if I just like enter a floor to see if I got what I want on that first screen and then instantly left if not, and then just kept re-rolling floor, say, 105 over and over again until the thing I wanted to see was just right in front of my face.
Sorry, was there a question baked into all that?
Yeah, I don't know if that's a legitimate way to...
I think it probably, I mean, this is going to sound kind of stupid obvious, but it depends a lot on the likelihood of the thing you want at all. If the thing you want is like a 0.01%, then like, that's a slow way to go about it.
Is it though? I mean, is it
well,
there's no quick way to do it. But
yeah, I guess that's true.
Is that the fastest, slow way to do it?
Yeah.
You just keep...
Prismatic shards are truly kind of the kind of thing where like, yeah, Salt Ranger says they're pretty random. It's hard to, they're hard to farm.
Yeah.
It's sort of just like, you get excited when it shows up. Like, my family used to say that when we used to play Yahtzee as kids, when my brother and I were kids, is that you don't ever really want to go for a full house, and you don't ever pass up a full house when it's handed to you. Because they're hard to go for. You just take them when you get them. Yahtzee wisdom brought to you by
the pro level Yahtzee strats right there.
Yeah, we played Yahtzee fairly frequently as a family. It was probably after Canasta. It might have been one of our more frequent games up there. I have played poker probably 10 times in my whole life. I just know poker hands by what they're worth in Yahtzee. Yahtzee is just poker with dice. Like, I know the relative value of different Yahtzee rolls. Like, a full house in Yahtzee is worth, I think, more than 3 of a kind, but less than 4 of a kind, I want to say. And, of course, there's no 2-pair in Yahtzee, for whatever reason.
Okay, time to dump some trash out of my inventory here. I don't need these 4 slime. I don't need the 6 sap. I will happily take a... secret note instead.
Ooh.
12 o'clock noon sharp. Last day of the season. Check the bush above the playground.
Yeah, good luck us remembering that in 18 in-game days. Sure, man.
Bats! Oh my. The bane of my video game existence. Why is it always bats?
Well, when you play Symphony in the Night...
I was thinking Ninja Gaiden, but yeah, I guess also. Well, in the overrun with monsters. Peace.
Here's where I confess that I don't think I watched any of your Ninja Gaiden streams. Wait, did you play it? That's what Arcus plays.
Yeah, I played it.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Good for me. Paying attention to you. I'm the best wife ever. If this stream has taught you anything, listen, gentle listener, it's that I am a good wife. Bringing positive wife vibes, let me tell you.
Oh, I see. I've tried experimenting with my thing that I was talking about earlier, and apparently I can't just keep rolling floor 105 over and over again because it's the same floor 105 every time.
Oh, you probably have to leave the whole mine to reroll. Not just leave the floor. Or it might be per day, I don't actually know. There's a lot about the back door of Stardew that I don't actually know the rules to.
Okay, yeah. Stepped foot outside, it was terrible. Now I've gone back to the mine.
It's summer, right? Not fall?
Correct.
Gonna plant a whole bunch of sunflowers.
I think it's different here. Not a fiber. Great internet down here in the caves.
I get it. I get it, you're funny.
Yeah, I definitely put in an embarrassing amount of effort for the quality of humor that comes out.
Man, I can't wait until our greenhouse is open.
Okay, I think I just... No, yeah, this is different. Because now there's a bad thing around here. A bad entity appeared, so...
It's funny, like, I'm not watching you. I have no idea what bad thing... what bad thing you mean.
No, this is the same. Just an enemy.
Okay.
An enemy appeared where there wasn't one before, but...
Okay.
No, it stopped changing. I think you do need to actually walk outside before it'll change. That's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stupid game making you work for it.
I think it's the same, like, floor layout, but...
Different critters.
Yeah, different critters and more crucially different rocks placed. And that's what I'm looking for, so this seems like a decent way to doing the thing. Just take a peek and see if I hate what I see.
Alright, 11:40, I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna break this elevator.
There's no, like, mechanic in town. Who would come fix the elevator? The blacksmith, I guess?
Pierre.
You think?
That's why the elevator broke in the first place. Pierre's bad at elevators.
How did Pierre break it? He's not even here.
It is just made wrong in the first place.
Oh, why do you think Pierre made the elevator in the first place?
Because that way I can blame Pierre for something.
Hey, so here's a fun bit of trivia from my life recently, and I don't think I talked to you about this conversation all in real life. I have a good friend who is currently living in Spain for a few months because she's amazing. The Junimos made the... You're blaming Junimos. Don't you feel terrible now?
Yeah.
I have a good friend who's living in Spain. And she messaged my other friend and I, so the three of us have a group chat, and we all took Spanish in high school. And my friend's Spanish is, she's living in Spain, so I'm sure it's something, but she's not, fluent or anything. She's living in Spain for work. And she said, I keep seeing signs for ferreterias, Ferreteria. And she was like, what do you guys think this is? I'm like, well, Teria is clearly some sort of store. And my friend Jackie, who's the one living in Spain, is convinced, really, really wants it to be a store that sells ferrets, which, like, fair. That's live your dream. But in terms of, like, what they actually sell, we still were not 100% sure. Ooh, our red cabbage is ready. Off to the community center.
I have to assume it's a hardware store.
God dang it. Why are you so much smarter than everybody else? Way to ruin my story.
Sorry.
So, okay, walk me through your thought process, which I imagine is like mine, except a little bit smarter. Go for it.
Iron.
Yep. One word, that's walking me through your thought.
Yeah.
You're so, yes, like ferrous metal. Good.
Yep.
Thank you for and this is for Dave. way to give me as little as possible.
Economy of language.
I got the iron connection, but I guessed butcher because, like, there's iron in meat, right? Like, you get iron from meat. So I thought it was I guessed butcher, and I was of course incorrect. So I looked it up and it turned out to be hardware store. But basically, yes, it's the modern day blacksmith. It's the iron store. Like, if you know that ferrous means iron, and you're like, okay, it's an iron store, what in today's age am I gonna get as from the iron store?
Railroad tracks.
Yeah, and hardware store is the answer. So thanks for showing up. Me and two of my friends.
Sorry.
You are smarter than all three of us in about 8 seconds. Jackie and Laura, I'm really sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to be gender normative, but I have
You have iron in your blood.
And that's why I'm a big walking compass.
I was raised in a hardware store.
I probably have spent more time in hardware stores than you.
Yeah, that's true.
And
you've probably seen it's the luau at the beach. Probably seen ferreteria on signs at hardware stores.
Well, they do some. I've been in a number of hardware stores that had signage in both English and Spanish, and I remember seeing something that made me think, oh, iron must be the cognate for the Spanish word.
Okay. So you're not smarter, you're just manlier. That's what I'm going with, everybody.
That was... You're getting punchy today.
I am. I love you so much, I'm sorry.
Calling me a big, dumb, fat man.
You call yourself that all the time. It's just starting to rub off on me.
Also, I'll have you note, I don't think any of us referred to me as dumb yet today, but I did just now, and you went along with it just fine, so thanks. You got tricked by my trap.
See, you're smart. You're smart enough to trap me.
I'm very smart in my dumb ways. Well, I'm gonna sell a shrimp.
Oh no!
Also, I'm gonna water the cats. There we go. The cats have been watered.
Good job.
The Schmaple duo.
Maple squared.
Yeah. the smartness in men is not measured with smart, it's measured in fat. You see, this is how this works.
That's how that works.
Oh, that's right. I have an Omni Geode. Where can that go? What's the Geode box? I keep trying to. There we go. I see.
I may have cleared out the geodes.
Oh, well, have some more.
Okay.
Just putting tasks on your desk for you.
Yep.
Oof, my hip.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I'm trying to be nice to you now. I wasn't gonna cook tonight. Do I have to cook now? I have to make this up to you.
That was what was my? This started one of my Symphony of the Night streams with a joke about how we compensate here on the Good Dave channel, and this is just another form of compensation that we have to adhere to here.
We can actually crush our own Omni Geode.
No.
I know. I have any coal. No, this is not gonna work. Oh no, it does work. Oh, it's the fish thing. Okie dokie.
Pardon me, mine entities. Thank you. Floor 115. Floor 115 seems to have a lot of rocks on it. None of them useful, but.
Yeah.
Oop, there's a bat. Why is it always bats?
Oh.
Bats! Oop. Leave the mine.
Did you die?
Nope, although I don't have full health. Is there a way to... There you go, I have 113 out of 130 HP.
Good. That's okay.
That's passable.
That could be a lot worse.
That's an A- right there.
Well, that would require me doing math, so...
I definitely... That was definitely not calculated on my part, so feel free to not do the math either.
Okay. Great, good job.
I can only assume that if you were to do the math, you'd be proving me wrong, and you've done enough of that today.
Is this stream gonna come up into a courtroom someday?
Yep. Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Whole lot of rocks and a whole lot of nothing.
That's, you know, the nothing's not great. The rocks are kind of as expected.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move this furnace to move the other furnaces.
Cheater.
You are deranged.
Yeah, yet one other floor full of rocks without utility.
Good band name.
I was gonna say, it's either a good band name or that was my nickname in high school. One of the two.
Those are the only two jokes.
Yep. I have three.
That was my high school band's nickname.
I have three jokes. There's either that'd be a good band name, that was my nickname in high school, or it reminds me of prom. And I guess it can be any of those. It's like how if you add the words "in bed" to the end of any fortune cookie, something amusing will happen. If you add any of those three statements to the end of any other otherwise not particularly entertaining statement. Magic happens.
Yeah.
And turns out that I have to do a lot of that, appending otherwise not interesting statements. That's what we do here on the Good Dave stream.
That's what streaming is all about.
we make a lot of not interesting statements.
Aw. I could call you fat some more.
Yeah.
Would that be interesting? Would that rise the level of interesting?
I suppose
worst.
Interest can mean a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, car crashes are interesting. People watching the stream are just basically the same thing as Gaper's block right now.
Yeah.
Just watching this train wreck of a marriage. Oh.
We're kidding, everybody. We love each other.
I don't think people who are genuinely having those problems would chat about them in the way we are. I'm gonna put a scarecrow by some crops.
Weird.
I know. I am the strange one, definitely.
That's definitely, like, I mean, if you're gonna, you married me. That is a very strange choice you've made.
Yeah, I'm the weird one.
Yep.
Whoa.
I suppose I can be farming combat experience while I'm doing all this. What's my stuff? What am I at here? Skills. There we go. Combat 7. Okay.
That's one of the mods I would put on this. Is there's a mod where it shows you your your level up within levels.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only at level 6 combat.
Like a progress bar kind of thing.
Yeah. There's another one. There's a mod where you can add a hunger and thirst issue to your health and your energy, and you have to like eat and water yourself, I guess. What?
Hydrate.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, the real life thing that people have to do to be healthy.
I just couldn't come up with the the right form of the word. You have to eat and hydrate yourself to stay alive.
I've been contemplating, it would take a while, so that's probably why I haven't done it, but I've been contemplating doing a Elder Scrolls all main titles kind of playthrough, which would eventually lead to Skyrim, which I'm sure Skyrim's not the only game with such a mod, but I know for sure Skyrim has such a mod where you can add hunger and thirst meters and such as well, and like coldness, like you can only be outside in the cold for so long, and so on and so forth. I think I would rely on such mods to make Skyrim interesting for me. Of course, there's also the idea that if I were to play Skyrim, I'd play it with 5 randomly selected mods every week, just for absolute chaos.
Keeping things interesting.
Yep.
I'm farming fiber, but I don't actually have a grass starter recipe. Probably have to buy the grass starter recipe from Pierre. Should do that.
Ugh, I just went. The one time I don't want a ladder is the time I get the ladder within just one input.
Oh, excellent. The question then is, are you playing Skyrim with mods?
And are they mods that can be talked about in polite company? Because there definitely are a wide variety of mods that. Let's just say that if you were to talk about them at work, you'd get fired.
I'm concerned. Did not know about that as a thing.
Really?
I'm precious little information in my brain about Skyrim.
I mean, your Little Miss McElroy fan club, I would have thought that you'd have watched their, I think They did a Monster Factory on Skyrim.
I'm
and
sure
they used quite a few
unspeakable.
Yeah.
It's interesting that I pay surprisingly little attention to more of their video content, and that's actually, you know them from their video content, and that's how I got to hear about them. Stardew also has such mods. NSFW Stardew. You're playing with 0 mods, but Dave just said that'd be rough. Good for you. Started replaying about a week ago on Steam Deck.
Hooray!
That's cool.
I'm a Morrowind guy myself. Although I haven't played Daggerfall, so maybe that's why I'm still a Morrowind guy. Maybe I just need to go even further back.
Please stop, you're turning me on.
Yep.
That's I can't handle how jockish that sentence was. So manly that.
Yep, that's
wowzers.
Bristling with masculinity. Testosterone.
Yep.
You can smell it.
Gross.
Some potent pheromones right there.
Morrowind and other stuff. Morrowind and is Oblivion one of them?
Yep.
I like Oblivion because it's number 5 and it's
number 4.
Yes, it's number 4. I'm good at Roman numerals and they've got the IV in it.
Also, Resident Evil 7, or I think it's 7 that has a similar thing.
Is it VII?
Yep.
Is it Resident Evil?
Yep. It's quite clever. But with that, we're going to take our second break of the stream. We're going to stand up, do some stretches, get some water. You know, the hydrating thing that we were talking about earlier. If you're able to do any of those things, I recommend that you do. Your body loves them all really very much. If it's your first time here, this is what we do. We have just a nice time together playing nice games. Usually nice.
Usually we're nicer to each other than this.
Yeah, and sometimes my wife beats up on me.
Sorry.
So if that sounds fun for any reason, I recommend a like, a follow, subscribe, etc. It's fast and free, and it'll keep you connected for our future nice gaming shenanigans. And furthermore, we have a bit of a challenge happening over on YouTube right now, a subscriber challenge, where if we can get my YouTube channel to 250 subscribers before the end of June, that I will unleash upon the world some special streams wherein I learn and perform my very first Super Metroid speedruns. That'll be a treat for sure, but first we gotta unlock that. So let's see if we can make that happen. Anyhow, we'll be back in just a little bit. Enjoy the kitten photos while we are away. Hang tight.